don't be intentional about missing special occasions for them.
Oh my God.
Ooh, you're gonna hurt them feelings.
I struggle with this one. I struggle, y'all. You know, this is where you be transparent and honest. I have to work at this. I really do.
Oh, me too.
What's up, family? Welcome to the Bacon Bits Podcast, where we desire for you to take the bits of information and immediately apply them to your life for success. The ground rules for our podcast is that it will always be encouraging, uplifting, and informative. The areas of life that we will be talking about on the Bacon Bits Podcast is dealing with having a balanced life. And I need to hear y'all say it. This is so important to get this in your spirit. Say it out loud while you're driving in your car, you're cleaning the house, whatever it is. Say it out loud. Say valuable. Information. Applied. Equals success. And that wonderful voice that you are hearing on the other side is my baby, my queen, my habanero sugar. Can't say it enough. This woman has radically changed my life forever, and I am so grateful. It is Diana Acosta-Bacon.
Hey, babe. Glad to be here with you.
Glad to be here with you, and we are not waiting till Valentine's Day, doggone it. We're going to start talking about love early in the year. We're going to get this thing popping because we want to have people have the best life they've ever had, and if you ain't got love, you ain't got life. That is so important. So we got to get this love thing right, y'all. We got to get it right. I want everybody to make sure that the people that's in your life, either you're encouraging them, they're encouraging you, or we're encouraging each other. And it's all because of love.
Our next one is going to be receiving gifts. And this one seems pretty simple, but it can be really, really difficult if we don't put enough thought and intention into it. So this is the one of the love languages that most people won't admit to because it sounds selfish. Right? They're not going to admit to something that they have. Like, I want gifts to feel loved. That most people aren't going to admit that, but they can't help it. This is just the way that they're this is who they are. This is how they're built. But these are the people that save all those little ticket stubs. Like, this is from the movie theater that we went to like 5 years ago. Like, from the what? Because to them it's nostalgic, right? These are the ones that save dead flowers in a book or something, or hanging. Like, oh, this is from the prom. I'm like, didn't you graduate like 7 years ago? Like, yeah, this is from my prom. Like, these are those nostalgic people that keep little things because it's the thought that counts. Yeah. And it's not just the thought that counts, but it's the effort towards the fact that you thought about them. Yeah, that it costs that you to counts. Yeah. But not only this is an easy one. This is the easiest one, in my opinion. This is the easiest one to identify in people because this is not only the way they receive love, but it's also the way they show love. They give you little gifts all the time. They buying you stuff, and you're like, oh, thanks, I didn't need it, but thanks. Like, cool. Like, I don't. And then you look into like regift it or something, which hurts their feelings. We're gonna get to that. But the reality is that this is the easiest one to identify because they'll always be buying somebody gifts. They're always buying something for somebody else and for themselves. Right. Because this is just what they need. These are the ones that I think they do retail therapy. These are usually the ones who receive love by receiving gifts. This is their love language. So for them, you want to give gifts often. And they don't have to be big. Right. Come on. Yeah. I've done anything from a candy bar to a flower to a letter, a love note. I mean, it ain't got to be something big. It could be something super small. And it don't have to cost you, very little to none. Find something that you can give frequently. Yeah. This is where it's even better if you even make a little something. You put some effort and some time into it. Yeah. You can go to a thrift store. It's just when you're at a supermarket, you might be thinking about them. Or you thought about, you know what? I remember their throat hurt, so I'm going to give them some throat coat for when I go down the supermarket aisle. And you thought about them in that instant. That is God putting that in your heart. Just buy it for them. Just pick it up. It's a box of tea. Like, it's not a big deal. you're over there at the checkout at Dollar Tree and you see Mountain Dew. Oh man, I know they love Mountain Dew. I'm going to buy a Mountain Dew. So when I see them, I'm going to give them Mountain Dew. Put it on their desk at work. Yeah. It's those little small frequent things. They don't cost you a lot.
Right.
A banana is like 15 cents, sometimes 20 cents for one banana. Maybe nowadays you go to Circle K, it'll be $1, but this can be hard for people who are thinking it's all about finances.
Yeah.
Because it's not all about finances. And like this one isn't my strength. This is one I have to pay attention to. It's not my strength to think about things to buy.
Right.
I'm a very practical person. I'd rather just spend time with you. I'd rather let's go for a walk. Let's watch a movie, blah, blah, blah. But if this isn't your natural strength, this is where your cell phone comes in really well. Because if you have an iPhone, and I'm a big believer of the iPhones because I love my iPhone.
Talk about that Android user, John Bacon. Go ahead.
I love my notes. I probably have I think I have 18 or 19,000 notes.
Yeah.
Because I keep 2 books I wrote all on my Apple.
Right.
All of it I wrote on my phone, in my notes. Keep notes on your phone about their favorite food.
Yeah.
Pay attention when they say something. Just go in there and put a little note really, really quick. And you can even put it, what I do is one way to do it is to go into their, if you don't have a notes, go into their, what do you call it? Where your cell phone number is. Contacts. Go into their contacts. If you go to the bottom of the contacts, I don't know if Android has it, but you can put their name, you could put their phone number, their address, you could put their email, and then on the bottom there's a little area for notes. Mm-hmm. You can go into notes and put some of the things they like. We were walking and they just said, "Oh my God, I love Snickers. I'm not going to do it." And you just happen to be walking. Go in there and type in Snickers. Go in there and say, "Oh, I like." One of our friends said, "Oh, I really was thinking about getting a tie-dye shirt, but I haven't found one." Mm-hmm. I went in there and just put tie-dye shirt.
Yeah.
So, and then under their context, so these are some things that they're thinking about. It's paying attention. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. What's their favorite drink? What's their favorite color? Maybe their music.
Yeah. And that wasn't even a predominant, like you said it, that's not your predominant gift, but I know that's one thing of helping me make sure I'm tuning in to what you're talking about. Because I remember some of my favorite gifts giving you was, you said you was out running one day and you broke your watch. So I went out and got a watch. Sometime watching my baby put on some body spray or something, and that's some body spray I really love, and I seen her about to run out, so I ran to Bath and Body and got her some body spray. And it's the little things. It makes you be attentive to listening to the conversation of what that person is talking about. That makes the gift seem that much more important, because it lets that person know you really was paying attention to what they was talking about by giving those little things. And they didn't ask for it. They literally was just saying it in casual conversation, and you was able to get it for them. And that meant a lot to that person because they actually got a gift, one, and then two, you was listening to the conversation. Yeah.
And not even a conversation. It could just be in passing. You're watching a movie and be like, "Oh, I love that shirt." Just make a note for yourself. And this is not one of my strengths. This is one, because this is might be the last of my love. This is not nowhere near for my love language. Mm-hmm. So I have to be intentional. I try and keep little notes, about my friends or whatever. So when their birthday does come, or when I think about them, I'll just purchase it if I see it, because if I saw it, I typed it in, and it's always in the back of my mind. Oh, these are the top things. I can just random things. Mm-hmm. But that doesn't mean that you just give them a random gift, like, oh,
gift card, or whatever.
Hey there, John. I thought about you, so here's a fork. Right. I know you like to eat. He might think that's hysterical. I think it's funny. But he doesn't need it. It's a random object that really isn't going to communicate his love language. It's more like a joke, Right. But it's still funny. But he's probably going to, donate it. But be thoughtful. This is really about being thoughtful. Value. They really put they value how much thought you put behind the gift. Yeah. That means you understand them. It means you're paying attention. Mm-hmm. So make it pretty. Don't just be like Diana. Don't be like me, who wraps things in a paper bag or a supermarket bag that I bought it in, and ties it and say, "Here you go." Like, I'm so bad about that. I know I am, and I don't know how to fix me. Somebody fix me. Yeah. Jesus, fix it, because I'm really bad about this. I should just go and buy. I just don't do it. Right. I should just go to Dollar Tree and buy little bags and just have something always there. Yeah. But presentation makes a lot. It means a lot to them too. Like, it's not just here's that.
Yeah.
I'm not saying go out and get a Snickers and then buy a $3 bow to put on top of a Snickers, but when you do buy a nice little gift, present it in a nice way.
Right.
It's just, again, it's all about the thought behind it.
Yeah.
It's not necessarily the amount of the gift or the size of the gift, but it's the thought, and especially when it's something they like and it's one of their favorite things. So, what not to do? Don't be intentional about missing special occasions for them.
Oh my God!
You're gonna hurt them feelings
with this one. I struggle, y'all. This is where you be transparent and honest. I have to work at this. I really do.
Oh, me too.
Yeah.
I know that, especially when, it's hard when your kids and your friends and when everyone's like, when they're intentional about, this is what I want. And some people do gift, like, here's my list of what I want. Like, I just find that kind of humorous and kind of like, okay, like, that's weird.
They know
that's
what
weird.
they want. Hey.
But that makes it easy. But not everybody is that. There's people who the receiving gifts. Those are the people that probably say, I'm celebrating my birth month, not my birthday. So they're kind of telling you this, like I said, in my opinion, this is the easiest one to identifying people. But when you miss a birthday, you don't even acknowledge it, or you miss their holiday, it hurts them. It cuts them deep when you forget their birthday or your anniversary or whatever that special occasion is for them. You're hurting their feelings. And I know it's hard for some people to constantly give gifts. But again, it's the thought behind the gift. Yeah. You could be thinking, oh, we have a birthday in 6 months. You can make them something that's really intentional. You can order something. It doesn't have to spend a lot of money. It's putting the thought into it. Yeah. Another thing of what not to do.
Right.
A thoughtless gift.
Mr. John Bacon with the gift cards. Everybody love to eat. So, gift card is just a great way for me to make sure I gave you something. But if that's not your love language, that was they'll take it. But guess what? It was how we get gifts and we not really wanting to give, but we'll take it anyway. But
see, in my opinion, I think it's an excellent gift because everybody want to eat. Everybody likes to eat.
Yeah.
So, but again,
but to that person,
I don't know, because giving gifts are a nonverbal way to show how well you know someone.
Right.
So this is tough, again, especially if they're in a different state. Yeah. It's really hard. I love my grandbabies. I have 2 grandsons in Alabama, and I miss them and I love them. But, the reality is I don't really, really know them because I don't live near them. I only get to see them once a year, twice a year if I'm really, 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 really lucky. And they're little kids. So it's not like I get to really know their personalities too much. I know some of the things I like, but it can be really difficult to find a gift. It's easy when they're little because you give them toys, but it's difficult to maybe get a gift for a friend or a loved one or a sibling who lives across the country when you don't spend a lot of time with them and don't know what necessarily they like. Right. Because it's necessary to pay attention and care about their preferences, right? In order to be a successful gift giver.
Right.
So thoughtless gifts is something that you don't do, right? And maybe never giving them gifts is another thing. You can pick up a cup of coffee. You can give them a $5 gift card to a coffee shop, a local one. Support local before you big conglomerate chains. But even if you don't have to have a lot of money, you can do a gift card for a coffee, or buy them a mug or a nice flavored coffee maybe. When you're traveling, you went to Europe, get them keychains. Yeah. This is where the people with receiving gift, the love language of receiving gifts, a keychain. Oh, you were on vacation and you thought of me.
Yeah.
It ain't gonna be a lot. It was a couple of euros, maybe $2. But to them, and it means the world because we went and traveled the world, but we thought of you. And they feel cherished. So you don't want this. We're talking about things not to do. Never giving them a small gift. Never letting them know you're on their mind. And then there's not using your gift. For instance, I'll be like, I bought you that fork. Where's that, man? I'm your buddy at work, and I bought you the fork. How come you ain't using that fork? And you'd be like, in your mind, I'm hurt because you ain't using the fork I gave you.
Right.
How come you ain't using my fork?
So you be hoping, when you're using that, object they gave you, you make sure, hey, you see me using this fork right here. Okay.
Yeah.
You see me eating my salad with this. All right now.
Yeah.
Couldn't eat my salad without this fork. Thank you.
And the last thing of what not to do for someone who has the love language of receiving gifts is complaining about what it cost to buy that gift. I mean, that should go with
shank of shanks.
That should go without saying that you're not supposed to buy something for someone and then complain about how much it cost.
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of bad manners, right? But don't do that. I mean, that should be a given, but
no, we need to verbally say that out loud, because the person that you're giving a gift to, they need to know that it should have been somewhat, fun, adventurous, and exciting for them to give you the gift as much as it is, being super complaintive about, man, this gift cost me $50 and this, and you're like, no, man, I don't want to hear it. Just keep the gift if you're going to do that. Yeah. But
well, it's sometimes hard because I've been in situations where they're like, how much did this thing cost you? And you're like, nothing. I found it on the side of the street. And it just made me think of you. So here you go.
Right.
So sometimes it can be difficult because they will ask you and be like, no, this is too much.
Yeah.
But for the most part, they'll receive it really, really joyfully. So let's remember, it's really great to make someone feel loved as we talk about these love languages, but it's also very important to find gentle ways for us to ask others to do things that make us feel loved as well.
Thank you guys for listening. We always want you guys to rate us, leave a review, share this with somebody, please. Somebody that you love and you highly respect and you think they're worth this episode. Please do me a favor. Go ahead and share this, copy it, paste it, and give it to your loved ones, man, because sometimes we can't speak what we want to speak to our family, but we can always send them a podcast that says what we want to say. We love you guys. Continue to take care of yourself. Love on yourself. We love you. God bless. All right. What's up, family? It's your boy, John Bacon from the Bacon Biz Podcast. Thank you so much for your support, likes, and ratings. Please don't just listen, but rate me, follow me, and subscribe. This is an amazing way to offer free support. My beautiful queen and I have some books that we have written for your growth.
So the first book we have is a workbook, actually. It's called Healthy Relationships, and this is a workbook through the lens of faith. Because what makes a relationship healthy or unhealthy? So this workbook is designed, it's a 12-week, it's a biblically grounded course, and every week has a few different principles. So some of our principles, some of our topics that we're covering are respect, cultivating security. And this is not just between a husband and wife. This is between parents, between siblings, between friends, between your bosses, employers. So it's really important, and everyone deserves a healthy relationship.
And also we have The Balanced Life by John Bacon. It covers how to be prosperous in your finances, relationships, your health, your mind, and your spirit. So you can pick that up on Amazon, also on audiobook. And we also have
The Unraveling, a creative healing journal, pinings, poems, prayers, and ponderings of my precarious life. I've had a testimony of, I've had 2 brain tumors and 2 brain surgeries, and I'm super grateful, but I'm still grieving the process of healing. And this is part of the process. In this book, you have devotionals, you have prayers, and you have some ponderings. And in between these pages, there's a space for you to also be prompted to paint and to create your own, or maybe you want to write something in these books. This is part of your creative healing journal that we get to walk through together.
And you guys can just head over to Kingdom Servants First. Kingdom Servants, the number 1, st.com. And you can purchase all 3 of these books. Thank you for your support, your love, and your contributions. God bless.